You're listening to the Morning Bull with Bonley Johnson, Bonzobitburg, and Little T right here on WBAM Radio. Rock on.
Good morning. Good morning, WBAM. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Puddin'.
Good morning.
Morning, Bonzo.
Good morning.
What'd you guys do during the week? Anything fun?
Went to
No.
my son's basketball game.
Yeah? How'd they do?
Yeah. Not good.
Not good?
No.
Did you run into those professional basketball players again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're like the lowest. They got 3 teams now. Our county has 3 teams. So they have
How'd that come about?
because there's more athletes that want to play, I guess. So
Or it used to be hard to scrape one team together.
my son's team is like on the lowest division. And sometimes the other teams that they play don't have enough kids to have teams like we have, so we get stuck playing mixed divisions.
Are they top tier?
Not usually they're top tier, but they kind of mix it and try to make it even, but usually it doesn't work out that way.
No kids dunking or...
No, not that night. Now on our Division 1 team, there'll be some kids that can do that.
That's crazy. That makes me want to come watch if they can dunk. We're going to do Win Bondley's money a little bit later today. If you're new and you don't understand how that is, we randomly pick a number 1 through 50. Then I spin my number randomizer. Whatever number comes up, you win $20 on an Amazon gift card. So you can go buy some new underwear. Puddin' always takes number 21. And she did again. Also, you can join WBAM Chat online app if you want to chat directly. We have a Facebook chat, but I don't know how to use it, so you can go in there and chat with other people on the WBAM page, but I won't be in there. You go into that one, Puddin'?
On occasion.
Do you?
I haven't been in there recently, no.
How does it work? I mean, is it through Messenger?
Is it the one that's Saltum?
Yeah, usually she.
Yeah, you just go through Messenger, through WBAM Facebook page. Yeah, and then you can chat with people that are in there.
We got a new episode of Heather's Weather today. Char's going to take number 3.
25.
25 for Bonzo. I don't know why. I always put Bozo when I write it down. I get in a hurry and forget my ends.
Same difference.
It's kind of the same, right? So we got a new episode of Heather's Weather. We got the horoscopes and lucky numbers today. Are you ready to do a pick 3 today too?
Sure.
And little T.
We can do a pick 3.
Okay. So we'll get lucky numbers and a pick 3 for the general audience. Because that's what the lucky numbers are, is everybody's pick 3 numbers. However, they're sometimes double-digit numbers, so they don't really work that well. So.
Well, that could be for your...
As pick 3s, they don't work well. Because pick 3s are all single digits.
Right.
The lotto, pick 3.
Yeah.
That's why we got to have a separate pick 3. That's why. Now I remember. So we got that going on today. And Puddin' has something she wanted to talk about a little bit today. She said something happened to her over Thanksgiving, was it?
No,
was it
Christmas.
ghost
No,
stuff?
it was Christmas. No. Christmas back in 2014.
Oh, old story. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all month we'll be trying to do Christmassy kind of themey thingies that keep it, December-y. I got all kind of good Christmas stories. We'll see. None of them good, but they're good. However you want to look at it. Do you remember those giant plastic doll houses.
Yeah.
Like the Barbie
But
dollhouse.
they
Dream
were
houses.
they were they weren't Barbie, but they were pink.
Yeah,
They
like
were
a
Play
knockoff.
school.
yeah. Is that what it was? I
It
don't
might have
remember.
been play school.
I don't remember the brand. I remember my sister got one year. See, my sister was the only girl in the family, so like it was hard for her to be a girl because we didn't live around anybody, so she didn't have a lot of friends. So she didn't get a lot of girly stuff. You know, she always wanted to play with us and do our thing. So, but this one year she got a dollhouse. It come as like a whole house, and then you opened it up, and then it had like two fronts, and then you had windows and floors in it, and
Yep.
they weren't Barbies because they were too Barbies would have been too tall for it, but it was big. I mean, it was sizable. So, but it wasn't Barbie big. But she got that house, and we were such terrible kids. I mean, we were just bad. I mean, everything we did was just bad. So I don't remember exactly how it started. It started with Larry. We figured out that you could take Lysol and hold a lighter to it and turn it into a blowtorch. So we decided to play fireman, and so we set the roof of her dollhouse on fire, and we thought we could just put it out real quick. You know,
Not plastic.
no, it went up so fast. I mean, it was there and then it was gone. It just went. It like just went whoop, shrunk. We took an ass whooping over that one, but they're like, "What were you thinking?" I don't know. We thought we could like it would just be okay. We thought we could put it out real quick and like wipe the black off or whatever. It did. So she didn't get I mean, she had played with it a little while. It was probably it wasn't right at Christmas, but shortly after Christmas, we burnt her dollhouse to the ground.
December 30th.
Yeah, it was probably yeah, which is her birthday, so it might have been. It might have been, happy birthday. You don't have a dollhouse anymore. She always got hosed that way. She got a 10-speed one year, and I didn't. And I'm like, hey, can I borrow your 10-speed? And then again, yeah, Larry and I were out, and he wanted to he started like kicking me. We were riding around the church parking lot because we had moved to New Philly by that point. And he was like trying to make me wreck. So I like try to make him wreck, and then somehow we ended up. This was on Christmas morning too. This was that day, and somehow I ended up like crashing her 10-speed, and I bent the front wheel so bad that you couldn't even use it anymore. And there's it is on Christmas, everything's closed. You can't go get a new rim, and it was beyond straightening. So she got hosed on that one too. She never got to ride her bike. It was like weeks later that she got a new wheel for it. But yeah, she was pissed, crying and screaming. You guys always do this. One year we took a family vote because we wanted to get an Atari, and money was tight. So if we wanted to get the Atari for Christmas, there was no other gifts that were getting had. Like everybody had to chip in their gift to get the Atari. So we all voted. Of course, she voted against it because she's like, I don't play that. And she was right. She hardly ever played it. But she got outvoted. So she didn't even get a gift that year. And she didn't like the Atari. So that thing was killer, man. We played the shit out of it. We got Pitfall with it for Christmas. That game was awesome.
That was a cool game.
It was. Pitfall Harry running through all that stuff. And then you know how pixelated it was. You try to stand on the alligator's head. Part of the head you could stand on, and part of it you couldn't. Like you would go down into the mouth and whatever the death music was, it would play. I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't remember what the death music was. But yeah, Christmas was always fun. Even when it was tragic, it was fun. So you going to tell us about your story?
Okay, so back in 2014, my daughter received a present for Christmas, and it was a Play-Doh set.
Was she
It was
still?
a
Yeah, I guess she would have been
cake
alive then.
cake decor. She was 4. Cake decorating Play-Doh kit. So, of course, she wants to play with all her toys as soon as she unwraps them. So I took out the box and all the stuff that was in it, and I was just busting out laughing. And Pat's like, "What the hell are you laughing about?" I said, "I cannot believe what is in this set." He goes, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, this thing looks like a freaking penis." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, hold it up. Let me take a picture of it." So he took a picture of it and he sent it out to Facebook, and he was asking, like, did anybody else get this for Christmas? I'll put the picture in chat. Did anybody else get this for Christmas? And they're like, of course, he's getting all these comments on Facebook, like, poor Pat, now Tish is on to the next thing, to the
Holy
next
shit!
thing, Yeah. Yeah.
What is that
So
supposed to
I was like,
be?
okay, what
A
is that
lighthouse?
supposed that is actually that is actually supposed to be the tool for putting the fake icing, Play-Doh icing onto the cake.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that
So
looks like a
I was
little mini strap on or
It
something.
yeah,
does.
yeah. So I went into work
Not
because
that
I
I'd
worked in
know what that looks like.
I went into work because I worked in retail at the time, and I went to the toy bar because that's where I got it. That got the toy from. And I said, I have no problem with this. I said, I'm laughing about this. I said, but you might want to take this off the shelf. And he goes, why? And thank God I knew the toy buyer personally. So I showed him this, and he just started busting out laughing. He says, uh-oh. And I said, yeah. So he goes, let's go up to the floor and pull some of these. And let's see if they're in most of these, and they were. So he said, what do I do? And I was like, I don't know what you want to do. I said, but I'm just letting you know in case parents are calling in about this. And he goes, well, I'm gonna take them off the shelves for now. So I was like, all right. So I didn't hear anything about this. I didn't. A couple days later, it came up in an article. I actually have it. I'll read it to you. But yeah, it came up in an article, and I was like, see, I'm not the only one that is having, that seen this or is aware of this problem. But this article is from CNN, and it goes, have you have to wonder how this one made it past so many people over at Hasbro. The company is offering to replace the extruder tool in its Play-Doh cake mountain playset after several complaints that the toy resembles a penis.
See,
Yeah. And then it says, we have heard some some consumer feedback about the extruder tool in the Play-Doh cake mountain playset and are in the process of updating all future Play-Doh products with a different tool.
so
And
what
then
are
they asked,
Can you find a picture of the updated tool?
ooh, I don't
See
know
if
if I
you can
can.
find that. Google that because I want to see what they changed it to because it's an extruder. It's gonna kind of look phallic, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like a
So,
cake pipe, but for Play-Doh, right? That's what it was supposed to be, like a
yes,
piping tool or whatever, like they do for icing.
right.
What?
So,
I bet
so
it's just like a cylinder with a dome top now instead of.
yeah, so CNN interviewed a couple of these parents about this toy because the complaints were coming in, and then um, one said it's pretty phallic. That's a pretty phallic looking cake decorated piece. Not necessary, I don't think. But someone said, which is true, um, says we received this for Christmas this year, and I'm sorry, only a twisted mind will turn a Play-Doh toy into anything more than a Play-Doh toy. One parent said, if your kid's old enough to have any sort of question about the shape, your kid's too old to be playing with the Play-Doh or too old to care what it looks like. Seriously, some parents create problems where there are none, and it's sad, which is true. I had no
No,
problem with
I
it
agree,
because you're a
but it's
4-year-old. They
funny.
have no clue what,
They
right?
don't have
No
a clue.
clue.
No,
No,
I mean they might, but it's not a sexual thing at that age. It's like,
right.
oh, that's what I pee with. But and boys aren't gonna be playing with that anyway. Not usually. Some boys would.
Right. So I
That's
sent
the
you the
article.
article in chat. That's the article in
It
chat.
fucking does.
Yeah, it did. But yeah, it was funny. Like I said, and I was like, because the buyer says, "Do you want to return this?" I was like, "No, I'm keeping this." I said, I have no complaints over it. I just thought it was funny, because. But yeah, Pat was posting out on Facebook, and the comments that he was getting from that was pretty funny.
You should have kept that with the original box. It'd probably be worth money.
It probably would be worth money.
I don't even think I have that price set anymore because Minnie K, when she played with Play-Doh, would leave the Play-Doh dry,
Right.
wouldn't put on yeah, so I had to throw a lot of stuff out, and I think that went with it as well. But let me see if I can find new shooter tool.
So you still had it for a while, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got these swords for Christmas one year, and they kind of look like that. I'll post one in chat.
I don't remember if it was Febreze or I can't remember what it was. Who put that on
That's some swords we got one year for Christmas.
there? Yeah,
They kind of looked weird. We weren't sure. We'd have sword fights.
But there was this can of Febreze that had these flowers on it.
Mm-hmm.
It had a picture of these flowers, and one looked exactly like a penis with veins and everything.
Oh, we got to Google that.
And they ended up pulling it off the shelf because of that. I remember that my mom had it.
Febreze?
I think it was an air freshener
Yeah.
can, like an aerosol can, but I don't remember if it was Febreze or if it was something else.
I have a scar on my face from a Febreze can. It was dog shit cleanup. One of the dog shit on the steps.
Oh God.
And it was fucking Larry's turn to clean it up because there were turns. And he had the can of aerosol in his hand. I'm like, "It's your turn to clean it up." And I threw the toilet paper at him. And he just turned around and fucking busted me in the face with that thing. Cut my chin wide open and to get like 6 stitches in my face from that Febreze can. It was probably the same one. Spelunker was a cool game.
I didn't find I found an old picture. Actually, this is what the Play-Doh set
It
looked
might
like.
have been like Glade or something because it was back. It was.
That would have been. That's probably what he hit me to. Was probably Glade.
Because I don't remember Febreze being. Because I was young. I wasn't young, but I was probably 17 or something.
Damn thing! I got dildos all over my screen now. You gotta be careful about that. Aerosol can with a penis. Whoops.
I'd put air freshener.
With a penis. Can't spell either. It takes me forever. Yeah, it is. It's showing it. It's a flowery can. It renews it is what it was.
Oh, it was renews it.
Yeah. And oh well, yeah, maybe. We'll see. It's kind of I don't know. You have to kind of use
I'll
your
have to see
imagination.
it to see if it was. I can remember the flower vividly. It was like a reddish pink.
Yeah,
white.
yeah. It is. But the picture is kind of smallish, so it doesn't represent. I'm sending it over to chat. Why is it taking so long? So you can look in chat. It's in there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, but it ain't showing that. It's not showing the picture of.
That's not it.
That's it. That's the flower, but that's not the. No, it was up on the top left side of the can, I believe.
Okay, let me keep looking. 'Cause that's just one picture. I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's that. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the brand, but
I don't see a penis there either.
I should have saved that can, man.
This is. It's on the bottom right, and it keeps showing the same picture. It's got veins in it and everything. That's it. You can see it in that picture. It's just not a very good picture of it.
Maybe the image was printed different places as they produced the can. I don't know.
It could be. I'm trying to, yeah, it's on, let me go to images. Yeah, this is a better picture of it. That's a better picture of it. All right, hold on.
Does it look like one?
Oh yeah, it definitely looks like one. It was just the angle of that one. Wasn't this angle makes it look bigger. You have to look at it from this side. I bet you're right though. I bet they
Yeah, I think that's
Oh, I see it. Okay.
yeah, I bet they did rotate that image. It was probably like it was like different.
Yeah, you could see way more on my mom's can. It would look like it was, and it looked like it was. I don't know if
Well,
they
you
had
can see,
Photoshop back
you can
then
kind
or
of see
not, but
veins in it.
the Photoshop, it looked Photoshop like somebody actually did that. Because I remember I told you that time
Yeah,
I was making that sign,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
Well,
put
you
a
can tell the
like
story. Yeah, go
so
from the beginning.
I'm a sign maker, and we were doing a sign for a park one time, and they had it had like the outlines of pine trees on it. So me being a kid, I was only probably 20, I don't know, in my early 20s. And I decided, well, I'm gonna play a joke and I'm gonna put a penis shape on one of these branches of this pine tree. And it looked exactly like one, but if you didn't know what you were looking for, you probably wouldn't see it. So I did it. I put the sign all together, and my coworker, he was freaking out. He was like, "We can't do this. We're gonna get busted. We can't do this." I said, "They ain't gonna ever know. It's we're the only ones that know because we did it. We know exactly where it's at. They ain't gonna know." So we put it all together, and I was dying laughing. And he got all scared, and right before we installed the sign, he ended up fixing it and changing it. I was pissed, but it was hilarious. And I think that sign's still up right to this day.
Yeah, it's a shame you didn't save your own copy because then you could use it.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like that since?
No.
No,
No.
that's too bad. Because that is funny. Is that for T Park?
It was for Port Washington Park.
Oh, that little.
Yeah.
Nobody would have ever saw that.
That's what
No
I told
way.
him. I said there ain't.
Maybe back in the day when Abraham Lincoln was visiting Port Washington, but not now. Now that the ugly mug is gone, nobody visits Port Washington unless you're going to Tony's to get a hot dog or something. Gasoline. I've never even been inside that park ever. I mean, it's just a turnaround. It's not even a park, really.
Yeah, I don't even know what's in that park. If it's just a grassy area for kids to play ball or what, I don't know.
We're not talking about where the cannon and stuff is?
No, it's if you know where I used to work, right?
Yeah.
There's a street. Well, it's actually I don't know if it's that street. It's a couple streets down in the town on the right hand side. If you turn there
Goes
and
back to the school.
yeah, kind of back in there, and then
yeah.
It's off to the right.
Yeah. I poured concrete back there. Yeah. I know where it is. Yeah, that's an actual park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
I
got
don't
like
know.
swing sets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like one swing set. There's not much. It's mostly just grass and trees. But yeah, I remember pouring down there now. I forgot about that. Yeah, Port Washington is famous for having. Apparently, there used to be a big railroad station there too.
Oh, really?
It was a thing. Barclay's family was going to leave.
All those little towns down through there, like Lock 17
Yeah.
and Port Washington, they were all locks for the canal when it ran
The
through.
Ohio Erie Canal. Like I said, it was Port Washington. Even like Abraham Lincoln gave a speech there. Stayed there in the hotel and gave a speech when he was campaigning.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it was a big stop. Like Port Washington was a big stop. unbelievably. If you see it now, you're like, what? But yeah, it was.
I stayed in the hotel that Abraham Lincoln stayed in at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was spooky, man. It almost reminded you of a big house, but it was a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were all like that back then, right? They didn't really
Yeah.
do like a lot of
Yeah.
different stuff. They just had
And
bedrooms.
it looks like you're walking back in time when you go in there and stay.
Well, you are.
It's pretty cool.
You really are. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
that
it's
shit
the
is
same
old.
building.
I've never
Yeah.
been to Gettysburg. It's something I would like to do sometime. But I've been over in
had
that
a good
area,
time.
but I never actually stopped. It was when I was
We
driving.
went on a ghost tour when we were there.
I'm still wanting to do
It's a
that
cool
ghost
place.
tour over down in Marietta. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I remember them advertising it, and I want to go. Because that is an old city, too. It's not a big city, but it was the first settlement in Ohio. So you're talking, I mean, I don't know, 1700s had to have been when it was.
Probably somewhere in there.
New Philadelphia is famous for that, too. You know that, right?
What?
It was the first public school in Ohio.
No, I didn't know that.
We're done with boring history now.
That's what we went on this ghost tour in Gettysburg, and you get in a group of people, and one of their ghost tour people take you on the tour. Well, this one guy that took us on the tour, the whole group was pissed off because it's like an hour tour or something like that, and all he did was talk about history. He didn't talk anything about ghosts or nothing, and the one guy was so mad he started yelling at him after the tour was over, and he demanded his money back, and they
Because
ended
it
up
was the
giving him his.
best.
What's that?
Why did he want his money back?
Because he didn't do any we went on a ghost tour,
And he
and it
saw
was
no
more of
ghosts?
a history
Oh,
tour.
yeah.
The guy just talked about history the whole time, nothing about ghosts or anything.
I guess I'd be kind of disappointed about that.
I was.
Are you
I
guys
was
watching
disappointed,
chat?
but I didn't complain. Am I watching chat? Not
Yeah, you
really.
should be watching chat. Starbucks is up to some shenanigans in chat there. I was off doing something else and I missed it all. I was trying to make sure that the Facebook Live is working because I have no idea if it's working or not.
I believe it is.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I checked with my Uncle Jeff and he said he was listening to it. So it is working. But yeah, I just wanted to check. And every time this year, well, the baby was born this year, so that's what ruined the Marietta Ghost Tour. But every year something comes up and we end up missing it, and it's always something different.
We were going to go on the Zor ghost tour, but we never did.
It'd probably be similar. That's old too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Is it a lock? Or is that just because it was on the river? That it's
I
old?
think I don't remember it being a lock.
Because didn't the canal run through the river at spots?
Yeah, it did have something down at the end of town there, but I don't know if it was a lock or not.
Where the dam head is.
Yeah, right down there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy that's got some old golf cart signs I'm going to go buy up there.
My family's big Zorites or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
My grandpa's mom and dad owned the hotel for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for sale again.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work. I hope
Yeah.
some rich guy buys it, and they were talking about restoring it and opening it up for people to stay in again.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever
actual
get that
hotel.
far or not because it's pretty bad shape. It's got some major issues now. But everything down there, it's all flood zone, so it has some
Yeah.
issues. Floods do happen. But yeah. Yeah, Zor, do they do stuff at Christmas? Because I know they have shit every
Yeah.
other part of the year.
Yeah, they do Christmas tours and
Have you ever been down to Cambridge at Christmas time?
I think we went. Is it you talking about all the decorations down there in town?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I went, but I remember Dana talking about it, so maybe I didn't go with them.
Yeah, it's it's kind of. I'm torn between cool and weird because
Yeah.
they got mannequins that they set up all over town, sitting on the benches and stuff and standing around, and they dress them all up in winter clothes, and it's like they're realistic looking too. So it's kind of creepy a little bit,
Mhm.
but it's kind of cool at the same time. I've never seen another town that's done. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's 100,000 towns that do it, but I've never seen it that do the mannequins like that. And it's like the 20s, 30s era style dress, and they do the whole town. They light the courthouse up, and they put Christmas music out there for you to listen to. And I think you can tune in on your car too. I think it broadcasts over an FM frequency, and you can tune into the music in your car, so you don't even have to get out. You can just drive by the courthouse and listen to whatever Christmas songs playing, and watch the light show on the courthouse. And Cambridge it's not a big town at all. It's tiny.
It's about the size of Philly, ain't it? Or is it a small?
No, it's smaller than that. Well, maybe like square footage wise.
Their outskirts, like their suburbs, are pretty big too, though. Like as soon as you get off at what is that, 40 or is it
22.
40? 22.
Well, either way, it depends on which way you're coming.
Yeah, 22 brings you in the back way to.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of little neighborhoods back in there too. So I think it resembles Philly a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. It was big when I was growing up in Caldwell. It was big. It seemed bigger. Like that's where we went to go shopping and stuff. It was either Marietta or Cambridge. It was 20 miles either direction, basically. Like it was probably only like 15 or 16, 18 miles, something like that, to Cambridge, and about 22 miles to Marietta. So we usually went to Cambridge to shop, to if it was big grocery shopping or toy shopping or whatever. Yeah, there you go. But that's a nice one. They have like regular people on the park benches and stuff. That's the courthouse that they light up, and it's similar. But they do the whole downtown area with it. There are mannequins everywhere, and I cannot believe, with all the crackheads and stuff that they have in Cambridge, that people don't steal that shit.
Yeah.
No offense to the Cambridgians, but
Does the Facebook see this chat or not, or is it just on chat?
they don't see our chat now.
No. What? It's too bad you couldn't post.
There
that
is a
little
Facebook chat,
picture.
but I don't know how to get into it.
Yeah.
If you go on to, hold on a second.
I'd never be able to keep up anyway. I'm not good at that stuff.
Why she's looking. Dana did say she really liked that the light show and stuff down there.
It's a cute little thing. It's not bad. It's probably the best thing they do, as far as I know. I mean,
All right. So if you're
go ahead.
If you're in WBAM, okay, you go under chats.
Do I have to go under their chat?
It says your community chat, and you just click on that, and it'll take you to the chat itself.
Too bad you couldn't link those two.
Live show chat room. Is that what you're talking about?
It should, when you go into your.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So people can join.
But do you have to invite people? Because it says
if they're not there, yes, you can invite them if they're not in WBA.
Yeah, it says 79 members or something like that, but I don't see. I'm the only one in there, so it could do any good. But we'll have to work on that. Maybe we'll have to build a separate Morning Bull chat that you can access.
There, I just sent something.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, "Hey, Tisha."
Hey.
Excuse me, but anyhow, I wonder if we can do that. Build our own WB or Morning Bull chat room.
I don't know.
For Facebook Live.
It'd be cool if you could post it right on the bottom of under your picture there, so you could, like, if you're doing Facebook Live, it's just right there.
Well, yeah, they can comment off the feed that they're watching.
Right.
You can? So, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Let me see here if I can get to the.
It's been a while since I did live on Facebook. So.
I mean, I see you. I can see you guys talking. It looks cool. I mean, it looks like it works. Yeah. Yeah. 2 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Thank you guys for both doing it. But the video feed looks good. The backgrounds look good and everything. So
That's good.
That's good.
Gonna do a nice job on that. Yeah. So I don't know how to chat with it though. There's got to be a way, like you said, with the comments. I think if you were watching your feed, but I don't know how the hell you do that. How the hell would you produce a show, put all this on, and then still chat with everybody? People that do this, like for real, not like us. People that do this for like real, they must have people that just do that.
I'm sure there's
just chat.
people behind the scenes.
Yeah. We can't hire anybody because then we wouldn't have any audience. Because the only people that want to do it are the people that probably listen. We'd have everybody be involved in the show, which is okay too. That would still be fun because that's what it's all about. I'd go to, that's what I was doing. I got to get, we're going to do the weather here in a second. And I got to get it to my MacBook. What do you mean the Wi-Fi is off? I did turn my Wi-Fi off, and I don't know why. Boing. Come on.
I watched a YouTube video the other day about dangerous Christmas toys or from the 70s.
Those are my
or whatever.
favorites.
Those were pretty good. I had almost every one of them too. Do you remember I think they were called creepy crawlers or something. You baked them in the oven. They were like a rubber.
Oh, Shrinky Dinks, like the Shrinky Dinks.
That too. They had those on there.
Shrinky Dinks, how are those dangerous?
Because you got to cook them in the oven.
Oh,
So they're hot plastic when you pull them out.
I guess that's.
But
a little
I think it was called creepy crawlers or something.
I
They had
remember
these-
that name.
They
Yeah,
had
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah. They were
steel-
molds.
They had this. Yeah, they had steel molds that
Yeah.
you put in the oven. These toxic plastic fumes that you breathed in. But and then they had. Remember I can't remember the name of it. It was like a little plastic. It was like a little, almost like a super glue tube that it had the.
The bubbles.
Yeah, you blew the bubbles
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the straw.
Yes.
The plastic bubbles. I forget
Monster
what
bubbles.
they on that video they said what all the toxic chemicals that were in them. You should have seen it. The kids used to put that up to their mouth and blow in there. I'm sure they breathed it in.
Well, there was when I was a kid, there were rumors about the monster bubbles, and all it was just bubbles. But you had that giant wand.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
talking about the soap bubbles?
Yeah.
yeah.
But you had the giant wand, and there were rumors. This is the same time that the Pop Rocks rumor was going around about Mikey dying.
Yeah.
From eating 6-pack of Pepsi and 6 packages of Pop Rocks, or whatever the number was. I think that's what it was. But yeah, the monster bubble supposedly swallowed a kid, like, and he couldn't breathe inside the bubble, and he died. that was like, oh, you got to have monster bubbles. People were genius back then. They would start those stupid rumors, and it worked, man. I mean, I don't know. I think the Pop Rocks rumor killed Pop Rocks. You can still get them.
I can still eat them.
Yeah, and I had them, and I'm like, I don't remember what the appeal was. I don't. I was like, this is just like in your mouth, like
Just the popping in the mouth.
Yeah, the fizzy.
Kids like that shit.
yeah. I guess when you don't have cool toys, that Pop Rocks would be pretty fucking cool. Because Char brought up the Commodore 64. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my favorite game on that was Gorf. It was cool. What was the other one that was on there? Cubert.
Trail,
Was it Cubert, maybe? Cubert might have been on the Commodore 64. I don't remember. But that was like, it was like way, the graphics on the Commodore were like way above what Atari was.
Oh yeah.
It was like an actual, because it had a keyboard on it and shit. We had the VIC-20, which was the little brother of the Commodore. It was you couldn't plug game cartridges into it, but you could type, and it came with this book, and you could type these lines of code, and I mean, it took hours, like 4 hours, to type in this game that was supposed to be like combat, It was like this tank game, and then
Yeah.
you use the keyboard to move it around. It was gaming before there was gaming, and we spent. I'm telling. It had to have been 5 hours typing this game in. And we're like, this is going to be the coolest thing ever. We're making our own video game, blah, blah. So you had to copy the lines down, and there were just pages and pages and pages to get this one game. We get it all in, hit start. The tank comes up, it's making tank noises, and then it stops. Like, error on line, blah, blah, blah. So then you had to scroll through all those pages of line, find the error on that line, type it, delete it, and type it back in, and then start the game over again. Error online, and finally, I mean, like after like 5 hours of errors, we finally gave up and just quit. We never did get it to work or even get to play a single stupid game on that. So I don't know who it was Commodore who made that VIC-20, but it was total waste of money. Total waste of money. But it was like way cheaper than the Commodore, so that was the one we had, you know. I don't know whatever happened to that thing. It probably got left in one of the houses we moved out of. Thing's probably worth a mint now because nobody kept those. They weren't popular at all. They were underproduced and nobody had them. So then again, you never know. Because they sucked, they may not be popular. They may not be sought after. I was watching that reel they had from that, what is that, Pawn Stars? That TV show. They had the first Mario Brothers. It was like a test. One of the test games, and they had it sealed and blah blah blah, still in the box and all that. And they were trying to get $1 million out of it, and they almost did. And they may have at auction because the guy he ended up turning it down. But can you imagine that? Buying that game back in the day, never opening it. First of all, that's almost impossible. It had to be like a store owner that got that kept it, right? Because there's no kid back then that would have not opened the box. Just no way. But it was a test. It was sent out to stores. It was like a demo kind of testy thing, but but it was the original Super Mario Brothers. Or Mario
I still
Brothers.
got one of my Call of Duties in the original wrapper.
Yeah. I
bought it because I thought I bought it thinking that everybody else was going to buy it, and nobody bought it, so I didn't even open it up and play it.
There's a couple I have that have just been played once. Ghosts, that was one. Call of Duty Ghost or whatever. That was terrible. Horrible game. Is he going to buy the new one or not?
I don't know. You kind of turned me off.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. Somebody else is going to come along, just like all the other years. Remember when there was other games and then somebody would come along after the game would make its run and they would do something stupid like these people are doing right now, making it dumb. Somebody else is going to come along and make a cool one again. Never know. We might hold out for too long and be dead by the time it comes out. I don't know.
Right.
They're like, we don't want your money, you old people. Stay the fuck off our games.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, that's the truth. I'm okay with that. I'd rather be old than be, play a shitty game that's fake as fuck. I remember. Do you remember when you used to be able to argue on those things?
Yeah, it was
open
great.
mic chat rooms, and you had to grab the X button or square. I don't remember. It might even been circle. I don't remember. But you had to hurry up and grab that button if you wanted to talk. And every time right before the game started, people would start saying stupid shit. So there was a race. Everybody's pumping that fucking button to try to get, and then you're just like, yeah, we're just going to sit here and be quiet until the game starts. That's what I would do every time. It pissed people off. I want the mic. But I remember this. I don't know why this stands out in my mind because it was one of the best burns I ever heard. There was this mouthy guy, and the other kid. I don't know how you could tell that he was a fat kid, but you could just tell that he was a fat kid by the way he was talking on the mic. I don't know why. Everybody in the chat room, everybody in there knew that he was a fat kid. So this mouthy dude was like, shut up, you little fat kid. I can't remember what he cussed him out a little bit. And everyone's like, come on, man. Leave him. So that kid gets the mic. He goes, at least I'm not some old guy playing a kid's game, you child molester. He's like, everyone's like fucking rolling. Like, dude, he burnt your ass. Of course, we were probably older than that guy, but it was still funny. Sharbuck shared her games. What are those from? Sierra Vision. I've never heard of that. Is that a game console? The Sierra Vision?
Sierra Vision, more like what did we have? Activision
Yeah.
or Coleco?
ColecoVision and Activision both. No,
Yeah.
Activision is a brand. They're still around. Activision made River Raid and a couple of Atari games. And they're still around. They're the ones that are making the new Call of Duty.
Where is she from? Maybe it's the same
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Well, I don't recognize any of those games either. Sammy Lightfoot, Mr. Cool. I can't even read the one. Threshold? Yeah, Threshold. This is that was for the Commodore 64. But I don't remember any of those games. Jeff might. Jeff had that Commodore. He had a lot of different games. That's where I know Gore from, is from his house. That's cool, man. Keep those boxes. If those are yours, keep those. Those are probably worth mint too. Even in open condition, they're probably still the boxes are probably still worth money. All right, let's see here. It's time, if I can find it.
And now it's time for the weather.
Yeah.
With Heather.
Yeah. All right. This is a requested location for Heather's weather. Barkley wanted to hear it from this location. So this is going out to Barkley if you're actually listening. I know probably fell asleep with the baby, but
The Great Barrier Reef is basking in tropical warmth right now. Today, temperatures hover around 81 to 84 degrees during the day, with a sultry mix of sunshine and some patchy clouds. The sea itself is a dream, holding steady at a delicious 82 degrees, ripe for snorkeling or a leisurely swim. Winds are gentle, adding just enough breeze to balance the tropical vibe. Humidity is noticeable at around 55 to 80%, so expect that classic tropical ambiance. Whether you're diving into the coral gardens or relaxing on the beaches, today's weather is as alluring as the reef itself. Just be mindful of possible afternoon rain or jellyfish season precautions during this time of year.
the Great Barrier Reef. That was what you requested, so that's what you got. Congratulations on bossing me around all the time. Yeah. I still haven't even downloaded your segment yet. Or did I? Nope. Not yet. I gotta move that there. So we'll get to you in a little bit. Probably after 9 o'clock-ish. So that was today's weather with Heather. It was Great Barrier Reef. Isn't that in Australia?
I'm bad with geographic shit, so
I'm pretty sure it is, right? Ain't that where the Great Whites are? Sharbucks will know. She's smart. Smart as a whip. Shar. Hey, Shar. Is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia? Or out just off, obviously, it'd be off the coast. Guess. It wouldn't be inland.
I think that's where it's at because ain't that where they were trying to find to get back to Australia and Nemo, Finding Nemo?
I've never seen Finding Nemo.
Oh, I had to because Connor was little when that came out. But it was all right.
I
the
was
reef
aware
is
of the movie.
located in the Coral Sea off the coast of Queensland, Australia.
Yeah, I thought that's where it was. So maybe my bucket list will come true. If Barker likes the Great Barrier Reef, maybe that'd be one of my, because that's one of my bucket list spots.
I just can't imagine spending that much time in an airplane.
Yeah, it'll be taxing. but it'll be worth it because I want to go to Greece too. I know that's not on the same side of the planet, but it probably takes just as long. Even hours, darn, yeah, it is. She said the weather was fairly accurate. They are real weather forecast. I look them up, then I send them to Heather, and then Heather, in her sultry voice, reads them. So that's kind of cool. But you guys got to start coming up with some locations too, because I'm running out of ideas. I don't want to repeat because I have repeated before already. I didn't mean to. Like Greece has been in there, like it was like a generic Greece, and then it was like Athens.
Did we do Germany at all?
Germany? Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to hear about Germany.
I do.
Have you looked up the history of that country? You probably should.
I studied it. Yes.
You should probably look up their history. They're
Remember,
not.
my roots are from there, so
They've had some problems in the past. A couple issues. Yeah, there it is. It's right off the east coast, if that's north south accurate on her little mappy poo there. Where are you at, Shar? Are you in that Queensland area? I know she's told me. Was it Victoria? Somewhere near Victoria, maybe? I don't remember. I know she told me. But I don't remember now. And then there's always that 8 or 10 second delay. You got to wait for her to. And her delay is worse than everybody else's.
yeah.
It is. I don't know if it's because she's in Australia or if it's because where she's at in Australia has bad
It might be
internet.
where she's at because Waz doesn't have a problem. Stevie Waz doesn't have a problem when he
Yeah.
listens. So it might be where she's located.
Yeah.
Oh, she's way behind.
Yeah. She's got a major delay. Sometimes I think she's gone from chat room, but she's not. It's just the
Right.
delay. The delay is so severe. Yeah. All right. We gotta, let's see here. What else did we gotta do Win Bonley's money. We can do that now. Only a handful of you picked numbers. So if there's anybody else out there listening, yeah, you might be too late.
So I got a question for T.
Go ahead.
Your
Oh, boy.
ghost stuff, is a certain time of year, is it better or easier to see ghost or talk to ghost or whatever certain time of
There
the
is
year?
no such thing as no. It's
It's
every
just all the time.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know because they say rain helps with spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
I just
Running
wonder
water.
if that leads into my theory that it's residual energy because rain would
Yeah.
cause like electrical disturbances and stuff
Right.
because of the friction in the air and blah blah blah, and it causes more static too when the air is dry versus when it's not. Like right
Yeah.
now, fucking Barkley's walking around in these goddamn plastic Birkenstocks. They're like Birkenstock
Okay.
sandals, but they're like
Yeah.
rubbery, plasticky, or some bullshit. I don't know. They're terrible looking anyway. But every time she gets near me and touches me, she's like, phew. I mean, it's like fucking
Static shock.
lightning. It's bad
Yeah.
because we don't have any carpet on our floors, but somehow it's still. I don't know if it's that fake vinyl wood floor we got or whatever it is, but man. And then the baby gets it too. She'll hand me the kid, and then I get zapped from that too. So I just wonder, yeah, I mean that probably all that plays into it. So why would that would make sense if winter is more staticky, which it is. That's when static cling comes onto your clothes, and you shock. Everyone gets more of those little static shocks in the winter because of the dry air. So I'm wondering
Right.
if fall/winter is the bewitching season for that kind of stuff, for ghosts and whatnot.
I don't pay attention to that stuff because it's like it's a daily thing for me. So I don't
Yeah.
know. But I do notice though when we have thunderstorms, like I can feel the energy in the air before a storm is even coming. Like I get that nervous feeling,
Yeah, I think
just like
that's
feeling that I don't know how to like I don't want to say like pressure, but kind of like on
no,
my
I think
shoulders.
that's a
Like,
natural thing.
yeah.
I think human beings are supposed to feel that stuff because dogs do. All
Oh
animals
yeah.
do. You see them scatter when a storm's coming. They know when it's coming before the
Right.
sky turns. And
Yep, deer know because they move
Mhm.
before us usually.
I mean, even the trees know. You see a big
The leaves
thunderstorm
turn
coming,
up.
the leaves turn upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So they catch the moisture.
Right.
So I think I don't think that's your empath thing. I think that's just natural.
No, I'm just saying that. I don't know. I understand
Yeah.
that, but
I think if everybody paid attention to their body, they could probably feel that stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I feel it.
There's a
I
lot
know
of
the
people
pressure
that have
changes.
like old injuries that say, "Oh, it's gonna rain because it starts
My
hurting."
trick
or-
knee.
Yeah,
That was the old saying. My trick knee's acting up.
yeah, I
I
can
got
feel
all
it in my
kinds of
back.
tricks. I got trick shoulders. I got trick elbows. I got a trick wiener. It acts up in the weather. It's like, yep, it's gonna storm. It knows the elbow and my wiener. You guys have it. You guys have that, right?
tricky dicky.
Tricky dick. All right. I didn't see in chat if anybody else added any numbers. So I drew it. Here it is. We don't have a winner, of course, because we have like 2 people playing.
Yeah, I wonder what you're gonna do if we ever get bigger and there's more than 50 numbers. You're gonna have to go higher on the number
the way we
count.
did it before, well, yeah, you're right. We'll have to go a higher number count. It started out with the numbers because when you did a tag all in the chat,
Mhm.
it would it's like there's 190 people in there right now. Everybody would get a random number, 1 through 190. So I would set it to whatever the chat number was, number of people in
Gotcha.
chat, and then it would pick your number. And if your number came up, it was specifically tagged to you when you got tagged. And it changed every time, which was really cool. Now it just doesn't do that anymore because we were using chat bots, and they were the ones that did it. And then the chat bots aren't working right now. The guy said he was going to fix them, but I'm just about done with that guy. So if anybody out there knows anybody who does the chat bots for Line App, please send them my way. And I won't mention any names. If you send me that same guy, I'm not going to use him, I don't think, because he sucks. The first guy had him. He had them. They were perfect. They worked great. They did exactly what we wanted. You could use them in any of your chat rooms. And it worked nice. And if you made a change to like, if you wanted to do like a spontaneous announcement, because they had trigger words. So like you're typing along and you type in the word win. And you can have something attached to the word win and it would automatically pop up.
Yeah, that was cool. Because what did we have? We had Wham.
Look
We had
at
what? Bam.
Wham
What else
and
did we
We
have?
had Bam, Wham. There were so many.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd put your show name in and they would come up. But it was fun. Do you see what Char's doing?
Yes.
She's,
Nice try.
I put my 3 in twice, so it comes up to 6. Yeah, well. She did win once, didn't she? I know Stevie Waz
I know
did.
Waz did. I don't know.
And he's never spent it, so I don't know if those codes work.
Oh, he never spent it yet?
No, he never spent it. According to him last time. I don't know. All I know is I get a code and I send that code out and you take the code to Amazon. You can apply it to your bill, you can apply it to your account, and it's like if you have like you buy a movie on Amazon or whatever, it can take it out
Right.
of that too. But I don't know if the European or Australian ones work when I send them those codes, because there's a European Amazon. I know I have a friend in Sweden, and I was trying to all she wanted was an American flag So I bought her this American / Ohio flag combo, and I tried to ship it to her, and she's so far north, she's almost at the North Pole. She's so far north in Sweden that she's almost at the North Pole because it borders the North Pole, and or whatever that continent is up there, and it just wouldn't get there. I mean, we were months trying to do this, and then I got to looking around, and I found that there was a European Amazon, so I ordered it from the Amazon over there, and it went right to her house.
Oh, okay.
So I know that worked at least, but I had to switch my app to the European app, and then it was a fucking nightmare getting it switched back, but it did work. No, she hasn't won yet. Because I want to know. She'll tell me if it works. Like I said, Waz still hasn't used it. Last time he was in chat about a week ago, I mean, him and his girlfriend must have broke up or something. He's all sad, so he's not around right now, but he said he hadn't used it yet. So I was just curious to see if their Amazon and our Amazon shook hands. I mean, I know it's the same company, but I just don't know. After that fiasco with the flags, I don't know if it works that way or not. Sitting there dilly-dallying. I'm supposed to be downloading your stuff.
My stuff.
Your stuff.
Mm-hmm. My stuff.
That stuff. Downloading your stuff.
Your stuff.
Yeah, we get bullshitting, so now I got to scroll back up and find it all. Too busy talking in chat instead of working. Let's see. Go to my computer. There's that. So we're going to do the horoscopes and lucky numbers here in a few minutes. Do you guys have a Christmas that sticks out in your mind? When you were a kid? Like one Christmas that like just really stuck out? I hope I didn't send the same one twice. I'm not paying attention when I'm doing it.
I remember getting my first shotgun when I was probably, I don't know, I was probably 14. Can you imagine that, getting a 14-year-old a shotgun? I don't know. I mean, if you take them hunting all the time, but my mom and dad didn't take me hunting.
I bought Alex his first one when he was 7.
7.
I bought him that 410 single shot.
Yeah, I did. I bought Connor one too,
Yeah.
but he never.
And then,
but I was allowed to just go out.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
we were too, but he was never. No.
Yeah, right.
No.
Times have changed.
I couldn't trust him with a BB gun. He still swears to this day that he wasn't the one that shot the neighbor's headlights out. I still think he was.
But when I got that gun, that's all I asked for. So I was like, I want a 12 gauge shotgun so I can hunt. And we were opening presents. I got some clothes and stuff like that, and got down to the last package, no shotgun. And I was so heartbroken. I'm like, oh. And then my dad's like, oh, I forgot one present. So he went out into the garage or somewhere, and he brought it. As soon as he walked in, you knew what it was. So
that's why he didn't have it under the tree.
Right. So
Sounds like the Christmas
I was
story.
all excited.
What was it?
It was a Winchester. I think it was a Model 12 shotgun.
Nice. That's a
I
single
wish
shot.
I still had it. No, it's a pump.
What's the single shot model?
I don't remember the single shot.
I thought it was Model 12. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong.
Mine probably wasn't. I think the Model 12 was the older version. I think it might have been a 120 or a 1200. I don't remember what the
1200 was a pump for sure.
Yeah, I think that was a 12. Was it 1200? I know 1100 was Remington.
1100 was the semi-auto, right? That was the Remington semi-auto. 11 was the 1100.
Yeah, 1100. Yeah.
Because I got Alex made the honor roll one time. That was when he got his first real shotgun. But he was in the 8th grade. So what is that? 13?
13, 14, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got him a Remington 20 gauge pump. It was a nice gun. Still has it. That was a really nice gun. I got that up at Strasbourg. That Valley gun store or whatever.
Yeah.
He had nice stuff there. He mainly dealt in higher end kind of stuff.
Yeah, I bought an 1100 there.
Well, you were probably the reason I went to that store.
Probably.
Probably. We probably went together to get it. I don't
I
know.
wonder if he shot. I can't remember what he used during that
Yours?
mine.
Yeah, use your 20 gauge semi-auto.
Oh, okay. When he shot that buck.
Mm-hmm. That black one. I've used that gun too. It's a nice gun. It's not as nice as that one I bought from you, but that rickety old son of a bitch, I would put it up against any shotgun.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna sneak up on anybody with it because fucking everything's
That's-
loose, it clanks.
That's the Mossberg for you.
It was the
They're
Mossberg
all
Maverick,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all like that.
Sounds like it's falling apart when you use it, but man, that thing shoots great. It's the best shooting shotgun I've ever owned. I've had
Have you
a lot.
shot your
Not yet.
bullpup?
Hadn't even been out of the box yet.
Yeah.
Took a picture of it the other day in chat. Somebody sent me a picture of one. It was a different brand. It wasn't a Tarkalov. And they're like, this is what you need to buy. I'm like, too late. I already got one. It was the same gun made by a different company. It was,
Right,
red, white.
yeah.
I mean, the striping was even the same. Because I
Yeah.
started looking at it to make sure it was like the handle and everything was the same colors.
I think all them foreign gun companies are the same company. That's put a
Probably.
different name
They
on 'em.
probably put a different name on the box. Because it was identical. I mean, the markings were identical. I couldn't believe it. All right, it is time.
Now it's time to get lucky with Little T. Here are today's horoscopes and lucky numbers.
God, I sound so stupid. I'm in that voice. Let's see if I can find it.
Here are today's horoscopes and lucky numbers.
I don't even know why I got it recorded. I could just do it live like that. But anyhow, here we go. You guys want me to change it so you can hear it?
No, you're fine. Well, I
It
mean,
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
You might be able to hear this. But no, you said you couldn't hear Heather's weather, right?
No,
Right.
It's up to you. Do you want to listen or not?
I got to do something real quick. So
Okay. I'll just leave it alone. Tisha, you already know what it is.
Yes, I do. Hello,
Here we
everyone.
go.
Here are your horoscopes for today. Aries, you are the overzealous decorator. Expect your holiday decorations to be as bold and bright as your personality. Your enthusiasm will light up the neighborhood, literally. Just remember, not everyone appreciates being able to see your house from space. Taurus, you are the holiday feaster. Your love for comfort and good food will shine this season. Expect to overindulge in every festive treat you come across. Don't worry about those extra pounds. They're just more of you to love. Gemini, you are the social butterfly. You'll be the life of every holiday party, chatting up a storm and spreading holiday cheer. Just try not to double book yourself, or you'll end up telling the same jokes to the same people twice. Cancer, you are the sentimental gifter. Your gifts will be thoughtfully chosen and deeply sentimental. Expect a few tears of joy from your loved ones. Just remember, not everyone appreciates a handmade scrapbook of memories. Maybe throw in a gift card too. Leo, you are the holiday host with the most. You'll be the star of the holiday season, hosting the best parties and gatherings. Your home will be filled with laughter and joy. Just try not to outshine the Christmas tree with your fabulousness. Virgo, you are the perfect planner. Your holiday plans will be meticulously organized, from the menu to the seating arrangements. Just remember, it's okay if things don't go exactly as planned. Perfection is overrated. Sometimes. Libra, you are the festive fashionista. Expect to dazzle everyone with your holiday outfits. You'll be the best dressed at every event, spreading style and cheer. Just remember, holiday sweaters are supposed to be ugly. That's the point. Scorpio, you are the mysterious gifter. Your gifts will be as enigmatic as you are. Expect your loved ones to spend hours trying to figure out what you got them. Just remember, a little bit of clarity goes a long way. Nobody likes a puzzle on Christmas morning. Sagittarius, you are the travel enthusiast. You'll be dreaming of holiday getaways and exotic destinations. Even if you're stuck at home, your wanderlust spirit will keep things interesting. Just remember, not everyone wants to hear about your last-minute trip to the North Pole. Capricorn, you are the holiday overachiever. Expect to take charge of every holiday task, from cooking to decorating. Your determination will ensure everything is perfect. Just remember, it's okay to ask for help. Even Santa has elves. Aquarius, you are the quirky celebrant. Your unique approach to the holidays will have everyone talking. Expect unconventional decorations and out-of-the-box traditions. Just remember, not everyone appreciates a Christmas tree made out of recycled materials. Pisces, you're the dreamy holiday romantic. Your holiday season will be filled with dreamy, romantic moments. Expect to get lost in the magic of the season. Just remember, not every moment has to be like a Hallmark movie. Sometimes real life is just as sweet.
Oh, how cute. Mine was eerily accurate.
Most of them are.
I'm going to tell you afterwards
It's-
why. No, you don't understand.
Okay.
Eerily accurate.
Okay.
And there was the little comment at the end. I was like, oh shit. I'll tell you after when we're off the air.
Okay.
Because Barkley might be listening. I don't want to give away one of her gifts.
Okay.
All right, now it's time for the lucky numbers and the fortune cookie. Here we go.
And now for your lucky numbers. Aries, your lucky numbers are 5, 23, 38. Taurus, your lucky numbers are 7, 14, 30. Gemini, your lucky numbers are 3, 21, 42. Cancer, your lucky numbers are 9, 25, 37. Leo, your lucky numbers are 1, 19, 33. Virgo, your lucky numbers are 6, 20, 41. Libra, your lucky numbers are 8, 16, 29. Scorpio, your lucky numbers are 2, 18, 39. Sagittarius, your lucky numbers are 4, 22, 35. Capricorn, your lucky numbers are 11, 24, 48. Aquarius, your lucky numbers are 10, 26, 40. Pisces, your lucky numbers are 12, 28, 45. Now let's break open that fortune cookie. Remember, Christmas is all about family, fun, and a few unexpected surprises. Embrace the chaos and let your holiday spirit shine as brightly as Clark Griswold's lights. So we meet again. Stay in the light, Bammers.
That's their. I like that Christmas song from that movie.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Every time I hear it, the first thing that pops into my head, it should be the shitter's full, but it's not. It's Clark putting that spray on that silver sled disc.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
That's
Later, dudes.
Later, dudes.
I watched that twice already this week, and it's going to be on
Yeah,
until
I've
who
seen
knows
it.
when.
Yeah, I've seen it twice already
I
this
just
year
can't
too.
get enough of it.
Die Hard, I've seen it twice now too. That's
Wait,
one of
I'm
my
laugh-
Christmas movies.
I was watching this in bed, and Pat goes, "You are laughing like crazy." And he goes, "This is an old movie," and I said, "I don't care. Every time I watch it, gets better."
Oh, it was great going to Canton Palace Theater and watching everybody laughing together. It was great.
That would have been. I wish I'd have done that. Sherry said she was going to go, and I don't know if she ever did. I don't think she did. She has one of those Clark Griswold Chicago Blackhawks jerseys.
Yeah, there was
The
a
double
bunch
zeros.
of people wearing that
Really?
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The greatest
probably
thing though was the Clark's. I can't remember what color the sweater he had on when the squirrel jumped on his back.
Oh, I don't remember what he was wearing.
He had a sweater with a shirt underneath of it, and he had a Santa Claus hat on.
Yeah, I remember Eddie wearing the cardigan, but I don't remember Clark's sweater.
Yeah, and
But people had the sweater with the
yeah,
squirrel on the back.
yeah, he had a squirrel attached to his back.
Yeah, that's funny. The cat's funny too. It's sad but funny. But
Yeah.
then Uncle, what was his name?
The old uncle.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
we went out there smoking, burnt the fucking tree down. He was that's the guy from Puppet Master.
Yeah,
Yeah, the original.
he was in
Puppet
a lot
Master.
of movies.
He was in a lot of movies. I like that movie. Brian Doyle Murray, he is not as good as Bill Murray, but he's pretty close, funny wise. He always plays, that same kind of character. Like I forgot that he was in Scrooged.
Oh,
Yeah, because he was in, and that's Bill Murray's other brother's in there too.
is he young?
Yeah.
Younger?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name, and I think that's the only
Me
thing he's really been in. But I've seen that this year too already.
William Hickey. That's the
The old guy,
actor's name.
yeah.
And he played. Hold on. What's
I keep wanting to
Lewis?
say Uncle Lewis. I keep wanting to say
Uncle
Uncle Leo,
Lewis.
but that's Seinfeld.
What was the aunt's name?
Was
The
that
one
the
that-
one? Edna? No, that wasn't.
Aunt
no,
Edna
no,
No,
was
that
the
was
other one.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the one that died.
It was Uncle
Hold on.
Lewis and Aunt.
Diane.
No,
Is it
not her.
Diane
Bethany.
Ladd?
Bethany. Ain't
Yeah.
it Aunt Bethany?
Maybe.
Is that the one that said, "I pledge allegiance to
Yeah.
the flag"?
Yeah.
My favorite.
Then she sang the national anthem when that
Every time-
Yeah.
Every
Play
time
ball.
I see the scene where he's like, they want you to say grace, and
Yeah.
he's pointing at his mouth.
Yes.
I do that to Dana all the time because her dad can't hear shit, and I go over there and do that.
I did that one Thanksgiving. My mom
The
says,
blessing, he says, they want you to say the blessing, and he's pointing at his house.
my mom goes, "Okay, now everybody say amen, thank you." And I said, "No, wait. And then I started doing the pledge allegiance to the flag. I stood up and they all started laughing. It's like,
That's great though.
I was like, "You're nuts."
There were so many small things that happened in that
Oh,
movie.
I know. I watched just last night. I was watching a YouTube thing on that where like deleted scenes and stuff
Mhm.
that they took out of the movie, and there wasn't nothing special, but there was some pretty cool things that kind of they had to cut because of time and everything.
Yeah.
Like when they were at the Christmas tree farm and he forgot the saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he goes back and talks to the guy at the Christmas tree farm. And there's a sign there that says they aren't responsible for this, and then it says we're not responsible. You're supposed to bring your own damn saw or something like that. And then he's like Clark's kind of begging him to borrow something. He ends up getting a shovel and handing him a shovel. And then you see the car going down the road with the big roots
Yeah,
on
you
Yeah.
dug it out.
attached.
'Cause I always wondered how they got the tree out of the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how they got it out of the ground. They took that scene out.
That's
Huh.
him going down the road headed to the tree farm is a classic scene too. Where you get stuck underneath a semi.
Yeah.
They're all ever gonna die.
I wish I could give that guy some praise because that YouTube video is pretty good because he took the the script from the actual movie,
Uh-huh.
and pretty much all of it was word for word. That Hughes dude wrote a heck of a screenplay before
He
it. They didn't ad lib much. It was
he
all
had his name on
scripted.
everything in the 80s, man. John Hughes.
Yeah.
I mean, he did all the Breakfast Club, all those Brat Pack
Oh
movies.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know, the National Lampoon stuff, all that. It's all fucking John Hughes. Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
I think he would have made it. I think he would have made a lot more, fun movies, but he passed away so
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. Well, that's, Harold Ramis, same thing.
Yep.
Awful. People dying early.
But yeah, they cut some of the uncle. He had some good lines in the movie that they cut out, and the old uncle.
Who was that? The girl with the dragon tattoo. That's what happened to that too.
Yeah.
They were supposed to write more of them, and that the writer died, and then his family started writing for him, and it all went to shit. And nobody wanted to make the movie.
I guess when Clark cut the turkey up, there was a can of stuffing inside that Eddie put in there. He just stuck the whole can in the stuffing.
He is oh God. He made that.
Oh yeah,
He
Eddie.
made that franchise what it was. When he's walking through the grocery store, put something nice on there for you too, Clark. That's great. That fucking sweater and that turtleneck, man. Oh God.
And then when he's dreaming about the swimming pool and he's got that speedo with his shirt tucked
Yeah.
inside of it.
That was on there, but the boner stuff wasn't on there.
And they didn't even say anything about that on there. I thought that would come up on the deleted scenes, but it didn't.
I think it's just been recently taken out. And I think they CGI'd it out or moved because they can move the framing too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. It's like, it's kind of fucked up, and they took it out. If you don't know what we're talking about where Clark was fantasizing about that girl from the department store coming out of the swimming pool and taking her suit off. And then the little girl, I can't even remember what her name was, the one who wasn't cross-eyed anymore.
The niece, yeah.
She got hit in the head, and her eyes went straight in. She got hit in the head again, and darn, it went straight.
I think he said she fell in a well. She came out cross-eyed.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Kicked her in the head, and she got hers.
Yeah, you're way better at quoting that than I am. Straighten them right out. I remember on Vegas vacation where he dumped a box of rattlesnakes out, and the kids would chase him for days. That's classic. Even that one was terrible, but it was still kind of good. The only one that I didn't care for was European. And I think that's, I think there are people who do like it, but I didn't care for that one all that well. It seemed weird. I don't know. It just seemed weird and dark. Vegas was funny. Christmas was as good as the original.
I quote the one scene all the time when we get lost, where he's driving around Big Ben, the Parliament. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. He says it like they keep driving around that circle because they can't get off the street.
My parents, we went on
Yeah,
trip to
because
Washington.
back then we didn't have roundabouts in the United States, right?
Well, Washington
Right.
D.C. had them. Because my parents took us on a trip to Washington, D.C., and there was this roundabout, and we kept on going because we couldn't get out of it because the traffic was so bad.
If you did, oh man, I remember going through those in my truck. Oh God.
Oh, that would suck.
It does suck. It's as bad as you think it is. Especially if you don't know exactly where you're going.
We were in Carrollton the other day, and them trucks were coming through. You ever been in that town right there where you got to go through town and that?
To go up 43 to Canton.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Right there when you first come into town, I'd come up 43 out of Amsterdam, and you're right on those walls. Your tires are riding those concrete walls because those turns are so sharp coming into town.
Yeah,
it's bad, bad. My very first day driving, I went up 43. Because that's what the GPS told me, and I listened to it. That's a fucking mistake. Took 43 all the way up to Canton. There's there's sensors all over the truck. And if you hit the brakes too hard, you turn too sharp and the truck leans a certain degree, and there's several other speed sensors, staying in a gear too long, blah, blah, blah. These little warnings will go off and they go straight back to dispatch. And my first day, I went up 43 to Canton and I had 17 violations by the time I got to. They're like, "What are you doing?" They called me like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, the road was really bad. Like, I didn't know. I mean, yeah. If you've ever gone from Wintersville to Canton on 43, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's kind of hard to appreciate. Because even before you get to Carrollton, in Amsterdam, there's a couple little spots that are just. I mean, you have to wait till traffic clears before you can make the turns to go through the town because there's not enough room for a truck and a car. And they don't tell you that shit. They just turn you loose. You got to figure it out. Yeah, it's 17 violations on my first day, my first trip. And they're like,
I never seen it, but I'd love to see. You know how them dumbass drivers pull up past the stop spot on different turns, or when you come up, there's a white line painted there.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stop before that. That's one of the reasons is because semis come around
Right.
a turn. I'd love to see a semi roll over the hood of a car. Just drive right over it if they're parked past that white line.
I mean, you'd lose
Never
your
seen
job,
it.
but we had a guy got killed like that.
Really?
Yep. Some old lady ran up through, it was 22. He was headed back to Wintersville on 22, and she ran a stop sign and went right under the back wheels of the trailer and flipped it. Went over the hood of her car. She never got hurt. She was like 180 years old. She never even got a scratch on her, but it killed the driver.
Wow.
I don't think he was wearing a seatbelt. And it rolled over, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, she was in a little tiny car, but it doesn't take much. But yeah, I've had cars like sit like that at an intersection, block me, and just look at me like I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, I'm in the middle of my turn and I can't go because it's going to go right over the top of the hood of the car.
Well,
and nobody behind them.
I think legally you can fight that and win because they're past the white line.
Yeah, you could, but they ticket truck drivers almost automatically when there's accidents and violations. You don't get a free pass. They don't even care about it. It's almost automatic. It's sad. Hopefully that's changed. I haven't been an over the road driver in a long time, probably since 2013, 2014, something like that. 2013, I think. Yeah, it's 2013 when I started driving mixer. So that's 12 years ago or whatever. So that seems like it should have been before that. I don't remember. So that would be 10, 11 years. I don't know, something like that. What year is it? I don't remember. It's almost 2025. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
We're in fucking December already. We start everything.
It flew.
Everything since Bailey decided to get pregnant has been a fucking blur, man. We started working on that last February. And it took all the way, not last February, the February before last. And it took all the way till last February before it took a full year to get all that done before, she was actually pregnant. And then, of course, October, the demon child was born. But
He's not a demon child.
oh my God. Last night, she finally slept a little bit. She got up at like 4 and that was it. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
The night before it was like, just nonstop, man. She was having problems with her belly and she just would not give up. She's a demon. She had a demon in her belly anyway. She needed to shit that thing out. But it's all going pretty good, actually. All right. Well, we're coming to the end here.
Did
there
you
anything
want
you
your
guys
pick
want to
three
add?
numbers?
Huh?
Did you want your pick
Yes.
three numbers?
Better hurry. Run fast. I'm just kidding. Take your time.
791.
791.
Yes.
Nope. Pick 3 more. You picked 794 last time.
Did I really?
Yes.
Well, then that number has to be. Did I?
Yeah, I write them down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what's in my head right now. So
Okay, no, we'll leave it because you never know. Because last week was 794.
Huh.
I keep track of your stuff because I want to.
Oh, do you?
I don't ever play the fucking lottery, but I do keep track of it.
Well, play it this weekend.
Huh? Play it this weekend?
Play
Yeah.
it this weekend.
You can do it online now. I don't know why I don't. It's there.
I don't
It's so
think you
easy.
could, yeah.
You just got to sign up. But I just
Yep.
I've never signed up. I got to do that. Maybe I'll sign up for the PA, but I think you got to live in PA to do that.
I believe so.
Bullshit. But anyhow, anybody got anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll be back Monday morning at 8 a.m. for the Morning Bull Show. Tonight, check out Sethy Spice at was it 11 p.m.? Yeah, 10 p.m. Whatever. What time does your show usually end? 10, right?
I had to think. Oh my
Yeah.
God. 10, yes.
I think his show's at 11.
It comes on after. It comes on at 11, I believe.
Yeah, 11 p.m.
Because I got that hour
2300
scan in case
Eastern
I go.
time.
Yes.
So check out Sethy Spice on his Elastic Glam is the name of it. If you're
Yes.
into glam
And
rock.
I
It's-
believe a replay of my show from last week will be.
Yes, that's right. I forgot that we're
tonight.
doing that now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So listen to Puddin's replay tonight at 8 to 10 Eastern time. All times are Eastern. Check your local listings. So it'd be like breakfast time for Char. Whenever you get up in the morning, you can listen to her show. Because it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night for her. But I think that's all the advertising. We'll be back Monday. We'll advertise the shows again then. Ha ha ha.
We doing that NOS this week too?
Yeah,
Or
next week. We haven't picked a subject yet. I've
I
got a
think we should
handful
do
of them written down.
Christmas toys or something. Something
could-
about Christmas.
I'll give it some thought and see if we can come
Okay.
up with something unique. A unique idea that we can expound on for an hour.
And I don't remember. I was listening to you last night. I'm trying to think of the snowman you're talking about.
Oh man, it was impressive. It had a hat on it, and the arms were like carved, and they looked real as shit. It didn't
I
look like
think
a
I
snowman
was trying
at
to
all.
do. I think I was trying to do Frosty.
It
from
looked like
the
Frosty,
actual
yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what
I
it looked
put
like.
Did I put legs on him too?
Yeah,
like with
it had
feet?
arms,
Yeah.
legs, and a hat. So I guess it was Frosty. I guess I didn't put two and two together. I just remember I was like, "What the fuck, man? I can't even build a snowman without this guy."
That was just a good day. I mean, for packing snow, it packed like unbelievable, and then you could just carve it.
And that's what it. Yeah, it looked awesome. Because I mean, yeah, it had a face and shit too. It was crazy. All right, WBAM. Like I said, we'll be back Monday morning. We'll try to do the Facebook Live thing again. And I think it all worked out pretty good. We'll see. I haven't got to watch it yet, but it saves the video so you can watch it afterwards. So even if you were in chat, you can go back and watch the video version of us doing our show. All right, WBAM, we will see you Monday morning. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace.
Bye-bye.